Hey, what's up? What's going on, my friend? Hey, it is 𝐂𝐻𝐸, guys. I'm excited to be before you today. And hey, today I want to share with you what you can do to get beyond 100K a year in your coaching, consulting, or expert business. All right. So this is a special message for coaches and experts who are stuck right now, maybe stuck around the 3K to 5K per month mark. I'm going to share with you how to get past that and how to get to actually beyond 100K a year in your business. So, all right, who am I again? I'm 𝐂𝐻𝐸, and I help Christian coaches and experts who are currently stuck at 3K to 5K a month create a six-figure business using our rapid success system. All right, I'll show you how to do it really fast. And so I've been able to create a six-figure business in 59 days with this stuff I'm gonna kind of share with you today. Plus, I have clients and students right now who are also doing about $20,000 a month right now in their coaching and expert business as well. So this stuff works, all right? It really does. So again, what I want to talk to you about right now is how to get past, this 100K a year mark if you're stuck right now. Now, if you are stuck in your business, first and foremost, you're not alone. And all of us get stuck. I'm reading my desk up a little bit. All of us get stuck at different levels, right? And so you're not alone if you are stuck in your business. And if you are stuck, because I've been exactly there, especially at 3K to 5K a month, which comes out to about 40 to 60 grand a year. I was stuck for a few years in my coaching business. I know I went full-time online as a business coach and an online marketing consultant in 2016. All right. But I didn't hit six figures until 2020. So it took me 4 years of being full-time online to get past that six-figure mark. And I was stuck around 3K to 5K, making like $39,000 one year, another year went like to $60,000. Then it came down to $50,000. And I think 1 year did about $80,000. Then in 2020, everything like took off to multiple six figures, right? So I'm gonna share with you what I did from being stuck for about 3 or 4 years in around 3K to 5K a month to hitting that multiple six-figure mark. And if you implement some things I'm gonna share with you, I believe you would see similar results in your business as well. So the very first thing that I became aware of I wasn't aware of, but someone had to make aware of to me when I was stuck. So let's put stuck, right? Let's say you're stuck right now at 3K to 5K a month, right? So let's just say 40 grand to 60 grand a year, okay? All right. So, which is quite common. I mean, in fact, my understanding that only 3% of coaches, consultants, course creators online actually earn $100,000 plus or more a year, only 3%. Only about, I think it's 16% of all small businesses in America earn six figures. Only about 3% of online coaches, consultants, course creators, actually pass that six-figure mark. So it's a quite common place to be below that six figures, but hopefully I'm gonna share some stuff what I did, and it can help you get past that right now. So when I was stuck at this mark, someone had to point out to me a couple of things. First thing they pointed out to me was my business model. Okay, so my business model was pointed out. Also, something that was pointed out was my sales process, right? So my business model and sales process was actually being highly examined when I invested at that time with a coach, to actually finally get past that mark. And most people, most coaches and consultants, people who are trying to do business online, or have a very similar business model. And the business model looks something like this, where you might create some type of content, right? Heck, it could be a webinar or a VSL, video sales letter, or whatever, right? You may create some type of content, PDF or whatever, right? And what you try to do is get people to some kind of way, book a call with you, right? So you want them to hop on the phone with you. And I'm not the best drawer of phones, but that's like a phone, right? Book a time on your calendar. And then you hop on, right? And you hop on the phone with them, maybe you hop on Zoom, right? And do these things called discovery calls, strategy sessions. How do I know? I did all this stuff for years, right? And you go through this whole little hour-long script, right? And the goal is at the end of these discovery calls or strategy sessions, basically sales calls, let's keep it 100, these sales calls, the goal, you know, basically what they are, sales calls, let's keep it 100, is to hopefully get a client, right? Go through the whole process with them. You make them an offer and your hopes is to get a client. And this is like the business model and the sales process for 95% of all coaches and consultants and course creators today. This is what they do, right? 95% of people use this. Or well, the other route might be you have a very, very inexpensive offer, right? And maybe you have like a video sales letter. So someone will come to a web page that looks like this here, right? And someone come to your web page and you may have a video on there. You know, you have a little headline, then you got like a little buy button underneath, and maybe they can go buy your course or something for like $297, right? Or I know some people sell coaching like that. You may sell a coaching session. I know people sell coaching sessions like that for like $50, $100, right? Something like that, $100 an hour or something, right? You might have a little video on there, but most people are using this type of model. Same thing with a webinar, right? You may have a webinar. Hey, I had a funnel with a webinar. I got an automated funnel with a webinar right now. I invested in a guy who's supposed to be helping me go to a higher level. I want to see what he was talking about. But basically, the whole webinar thing was to get you to book a call, right? Go watch a little automated webinar and get you to book a call. But so, like I said, 95% of people are all doing this. And the problem with this process, no matter if it's a webinar, automated webinar, VSL, posted on social media, and someone DMs you and inboxes you a message, right? And you're like, hey, here's my calendar, hop on a call with me, right? You hop on Zoom or you actually hop on the physical phone, talk to someone. The problem with this, there's no leverage. And what happens with most people, that was happening for me, and it happens to most people who are stuck at about 40 grand to 60 grand a year in their business, is that most of the time, about 80%, 80 to 90% of the time, you're wasting time dealing with tire kickers. And the key word there is what? Time. You are wasting and losing time, because typically, if you're honest, about 90% of the people, if not higher, are not even qualified, right? They lie on the application. They tell you they got money. They do whatever because they're trying to get something, quote unquote, for free. And so you're doing these calls with people, talking to them for an hour, right? And you realize they don't have any money to even invest in your program, right? Or worse come to worse, you're relying on other methods like referrals or word of mouth. I mean, which is, totally inconsistent, or, content marketing, where you may do some TikToks and reels or put content blogs or things of that nature, YouTube videos, and hope you get found with that. But most of the time, your discovery calls are with 90% of people who are unqualified. But again, this is the model for 95% of all coaches and consultants and experts online. Because why? This is what we're all told to do. When I first got started full-time, I was told to do that. I went and got my little certification through this quote-unquote so-called guru out there as a business coach. And his whole thing was these free sessions that sell, right? The discovery sessions. It was the same thing. You're talking to people for an hour, go through this whole script. It's basically the same stuff. And by 90% of people you talk to, it's a time waster. But that was their business model. And that's why so many coaches and consultants today are stuck. Like I said, only 3% of all coaches and consultants and experts online are earning 100,000 plus more a year, right, in their business. I thank God that we're in that category, but it's way too many who are not. And I'm here to help fix that. So the problem with this model, it consumes a lot of time. It's very demanding on you. If you still work a full-time job, as I did when I was doing this before, I don't have enough time to be talking to tire kickers. I don't have time to be creating a bunch of content online to hope somebody sees me. I don't have a bunch of time, right, to be doing all this stuff and hopes that someone's want to buy your program. So this model, is eats up a lot of your time. It's heavily one-to-one time as well. And it doesn't use the one word that all successful people do. Let me spell it for you. L-E-V-E-R-A-G-E, leverage. It doesn't use leverage, right? And that's why so many coaches and consultants can't get past that 100K mark, because your business model and your sales process is, I won't say archaic, it's just too time consuming and demanding on you. And let alone everything else you got to do. You got a family, you got, a spouse, you got kids, you got other things you need to be doing in your business, or maybe you got a couple of clients a month you need to be, serving them. Or you don't have enough time to grow because you don't have the capacity or the sales process or the business model to grow. So what I had to do when I was stuck in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, below that six-figure mark, I had to change my sales process. And what I did was I went to a sales process that was full of leverage, that had leverage. Everybody who's wealthy understands the power of leverage. And online, even if you're working a full-time job right now, you're at 3K or 5K a month, as I was a couple of years back. I had to create leverage. And what I did was use something that was called one-to-many. One-to-many. So instead of me having to spend all my time one-on-one on the phone with someone to see if they want to join my program and wasting an hour talking to 90% tire kickers, or hopping on Zoom, wasting my time talking to tire kickers who just happy to talk to me. Oh God, Chris, I can't believe it's you. It's amazing. And I'm like, oh man, come on now. Right? This is cool, but this don't pay the bills. This don't feed my family. I got a wife and 3 kids, right? So I had to change that model and use leverage and went to something called one-to-many. And so with one-to-many, it allows me to be that one person speaking to many people at once. At once. So I'm able to duplicate myself, right? And I can show up one time and share the same content, right? Share the same value, right? Share the same information one time with his audience and use leverage to my advantage. And this model, which is the best model for coaches, consultants, and experts today, is called Kingdom Virtual. Now I call it Kingdom Virtual Events. Some folks call them virtual events. Some folks, it's something similar to challenges. Some folks call them challenges, right? But it's using live. I call it Kingdom Virtual Events because what I teach has kingdom principles behind it, and you can see he's a kingdom principle. But it's just a one-to-many sales process that allows you to create leverage, where literally I can put together my content, spread it out. Or I can do it one day, I can do it over 3 days, or over 5 days, and I'll show up live, right? And I'm live on, let's say, a platform like Zoom, or leveraging, say, a Facebook group, and I'm showing up live and able to share with these folks, say, on Monday, right? And then guess what? I can come back again the next day and share it with these folks again on Tuesday. And guess what? I can do the same thing on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, This model, which I believe is the single best strategy and model to use for coaches, consultants, people in the transformation niche, which is coaches, consultants, people like that, right? You're doing get rich quick stuff, or little schemy crap like that. This isn't for you. You're trying to sell like clothes or retail store, stuff like that. This isn't for you. This is specifically for online coaches, consultants, course creators, and experts. People who truly want to leverage the internet, and you have a transformation, you're in a transformation business, right? You haven't transformed lives. So we're able to show up 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, even 7 days if you want, right? In a one-to-many model. I don't have to worry about hopping on one-on-one calls with people. I don't have to worry about talking to tire kickers with people. And what happens is this: each day you show up, you give your audience these small wins, right? And what happens when your artists get these wins on Monday, they get an aha. Like for example, I'm putting together a brand new Get Visible with Virtual. I teach you how to do this stuff. Go to GetVisibleWithVirtual.com, GetVisibleWithVirtual.com, and you can register, and I'll show you how to do this step by step. Because this model generated over $500,000 just from this model alone in my business in the last couple of years. So it's a powerful model, better than anything else out there for coaches, consultants, and experts. But what happens on day one, your audience gets an aha, they get a win, right? Maybe they get an epiphany. And all of a sudden, what happens? Their no like and trust factor towards you has increased just on Monday. They're like, oh man, okay, I came with some skepticism, but you know what? This is good. I'm gonna come back on Tuesday. So they come back on Tuesday, and you give them some more good nuggets, right? To help them solve whatever kind of problem you need to solve, right? And what happens? Your no like and trust factor has got more good deposits in it. Just went up. They like, man, this person is awesome, right? And then by the time you get down to say if the 5 day, by the time you get down to Friday, and each time you've been sharing good value, and also they've been engaged. Also, they've been getting a community with other people and growing with other people. So all this stuff is huge, guys. You can't get this stuff with a webinar. You can't get this stuff with a VSL. You can't get this stuff with content marketing. You can't get this stuff with all of the things everybody's telling you to do out there. With discovery calls and strategy calls. You can't get that stuff, but they get this community, right? They get the value from you, and they see you as the expert. And each day, your no like and trust factor is increasing toward them. Well, their mind is this: well, shucks, if this was like to spend 3 or 4 days with them, I wonder what it's like to be a part of their main program. This is what's happening subconsciously, literally. You see how powerful this is, where they're trusting you more and more, where they're enjoying the community, where they're getting breakthrough, and their mind is like, man, I didn't have to invest $10,000, and I'm getting a major breakthrough this week. I wonder what's it like to be in an actual program and be in a program for the next 90 days or 6 months or 1 year, however long your program is, right? See, this is what I had to do to move from 3K to 5K a month, because I was stuck 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. But 2020, when I changed my sales process and I started doing Kingdom Virtual Events, right? This model here, I'm sharing you, the one-to-many model, right? And all of a sudden, bam, 6 figures, and actually multiple 6 figures. And it's been that way since, because of my business, because this business model here. So if you truly want to scale, because I mean, here's the deal. You can try to scale this way. Like if you stuck at 2K or 3K to 5K a month this way, you can try to scale this way, right? You can say, well, I know I'm doing a bunch of one-on-one calls, a bunch of discovery calls, a bunch of strategy sessions, and you can use this model here where a lot of your time, and you can say, hey, well, if I got more clients, right? There are 3 ways to grow a business. Either you get more clients, you increase the number of clients you got, or you change the price of your offer, maybe you double your price, right? Or you increase the number of transactions that you have from repeat buyers, right? But that's really it. So, but that's a 4th way I'm teaching you right now, is by changing your sales process, changing your business model. going away from the discovery calls, the strategy sessions, the content marketing, the automated webinars, the VSLs, the PDFs for like the lead magnets, going away from that stuff and using this one-to-many model where literally you show up one-to-many and you build out your tribe, you get instant credibility, you be seen as an authority, right? You create an environment where people feel like buying from you. I mean, you grow your tribe. And you be to fill your coaching or consulting program consistently this way. Whenever you want to implement it, you can do it once a month, once a quarter, or whatever, right? And so it's a very powerful model because people get transformation from you and transformation from the community. It can't be replicated or duplicated that way online. The only thing that comes close is in-person live events. You know, that's too expensive to do every month. But you can do this right now, especially if you at 2K, 3K, 5K a month in your coaching business. Heck, you can be at 0 in your coaching business. And if you implement this, you will get 100 times better results than doing the other model, what everybody's telling you to do. So that's how you have to scale. You have to change what you're doing. You have to change your sales process and change up your business model. And if you leverage to a one-to-many, you're going to grow way faster. And that's what I did. And that's how, and true story, when I implemented this Kingdom Virtual Event process, I was able to generate over $100,000. It's $100,771 in 59 days. Hear what I just said for you. And I was stuck. I was stuck in my business. Couldn't get power. I was plateaued, right? But when I changed my sales process from all the other stuff and use this, it works. And recently I've been testing. I invested $14,000 in this Guru's webinar program where you teach you how to do, we're supposed to be doing YouTube ads to an automated webinar to book a call. Right? I've been testing that against my virtual event model. I've been testing that also with VSLs and lead magnets. Webinars, lead magnets, VSLs. I've been testing content marketing, posting every day for almost 90 days straight on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, just to show people how none of that other stuff can give you results as fast as this model here, right? Especially if you're a coach, a consultant, an expert. So here's the deal, my friend. If you are a coach, a consultant, an expert, I will show you step by step how to create your Kingdom Virtual Event, what some folks call a challenge, step by step. I will show you this. I'll break down the kingdom principles behind this, which makes it way beyond just a challenge. But I'll show you the kingdom principles behind this. I will show you step by step how to create your virtual event, how to design your virtual event, how to fill it up, how to launch it, and how to monetize it and get paid from it. And I'll show you how to do this in only 5 days, my friend, in only 5 days. So if you want to use this model, which I highly encourage you to do, because I'm telling you, once you use it, once you implement it, once you learn it, implement it, you will not want to do those other models. Like those things can be secondary. It won't be your primary method. That I will promise you. And so if you want to be a part of this live 5-day special class that I'm hosting with a group of coaches, consultants, and course creators and experts, simply go to getvisibleWithVirtual.com to register now. GetvisibleWithVirtual.com to register now. We're going to be starting here in the next couple of days, and you do not want to miss this, my friend. I haven't done this specific class in over 6 months, and I have no idea when or if I'm going to do it again. So don't procrastinate. Don't be like, oh, I got to go walk my dog. Oh, I'll catch the next one. You don't know when the next one's going to be. Heck, I don't know when the next one's going to be, but I do know right now. So if you want to get past being stuck at 2K a month, 3K a month, 5K a month, and you want to hit that 6-figure mark, my friend, this will do it for you. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You just got to learn how to do it. There is a science behind it. You can't just go out and wing it. You can't watch a couple of YouTube videos and think you're going to do it, because a lot of folks that tried to do that, they didn't want to invest the time or the money to learn how to do this the right way, and they bombed and failed at it, right? So, but I'm gonna show you step by step how to do this in our live 5-day class. All you gotta go do is register and get your seat. Go to 𝐉𝐴𝐺𝑉𝐻Virtual.com and register right now. I think you're gonna be so excited about this, my friend. And you'll have 2 options to register once you get there. We got general admission and also got a VIP experience as well. But I can tell you this, I've had clients who've invested anywhere from $10,000 to $24,000 for my coaching. I have clients who invested $1,000 an hour for my consulting. The investment for this is nowhere near this. It doesn't make any sense what I'm offering it for. But it's a small amount just to keep away the freebie seekers, the people who are not really serious, people who just want to take, who are not really serious about investing in themselves, people don't understand how God's laws works, the law of sowing and reaping works. But I'm basically giving away dang near free, right? So, but you do have to register, you do have to get your seat, and choose the option that works best for you once you get to the site. So, but I'm excited to share this with you. This one-to-many model will literally transform your life. It really like it did mine. You know, not only I've been able to buy my dream car, which is a Mercedes S-Class, which is a 100. I don't like saying this because like I'm bragging, but I'm not. It's a $112,000 vehicle. Been able to take my family on beautiful vacations for $10,000 in 1 week. But more importantly than that, I've been able to give thousands and thousands of dollars to communities in Kenya, people who don't have the same opportunities as people in advanced countries do, right? To help them with food, water, shelter. And it's only because of the revenue generated from Kingdom Virtual Events, from this business model, this sales process I'm sharing with you right here. That's it. That's it, my friend. So I want to share this with you because I want you to create more impact. God put you on this planet to create more impact. The people out there right now who need to hear you, looking for you, you got a solution to their problem, but guess what? They can't find you. And if you overwhelmed, doing all these 1,000 messages, people telling you to do, post 5-6 times a day online, or do all these, you're tired of showing up these one-on-one discovery calls, strategy calls with tire kickers. I'm telling you, stop doing that stuff for a month. I promise you. Stop doing all that stuff for a month. Come to the class and implement. All right? Things would change for you. Just get to the class. Your first step to creating a 6-figure business this year is getting to get visible with virtual events. You will get clients consistent with this model. You will scale sales with this model, and you will create more transformation with this model. Guaranteed. 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 So go to get visible with virtual.com. Get your spot. I'm excited to share this with you, my friend. I know it can be a game changer for you if you show up and implement. All right. So go do that, my friend. God bless you. I will see you in the class. God bless.